Oh, we failed to go live. That's my B, but that's okay. Awesome. Thank you so much for contributing to the challenge. All right, everybody. Let's settle in for another wonderful, wonderful mental maintenance Monday. Today's topic is something we've kind of brushed around before, okay? We've mentioned it here and there, and I think today we're actually going to specifically target it, especially since we've been covering topics like self worth and self respect and rejection sensitivity. These things are very kind of hand in hand with this. Today's topic is letting yourself be loved before you feel enough. This is a segment about receiving care while still healing and why being worthy of love has nothing to do with being fixed. Tonight, I want to talk about something that feels really personal to me. It's this belief a lot of us carry quietly, sometimes, sometimes for years, that we have to get it together before we deserve to be loved. That we have to fix the damage, get our head right, stop being insecure, stop being difficult before we can really accept love from others. So we push people away, or we overperform, or we keep parts of ourselves hidden so they don't see the mess. But what if that belief is lying to us? What if you don't need to be finished to be worthy of being cared for? What if love is something you don't have to earn, but something you and everyone else are allowed to receive, even while you're still here? Yes, sir, Johnny. Mental health segment right now. Let's talk about it, chat. You know, I learned not that long ago that you have to let yourself be loved first before you can start being loved. You have to let people in. And that can be really hard. If if you thought you were gonna fucking stop there before, hold on tight. This is gonna get a little rough. All right. The myth of earning love. What is that? What does that mean? Well, start at the beginning. So many of us learned early on that love is conditional. Do well, behave, be easy to manage, and you're loved. Mess up, fall apart, show pain, and love goes quiet. That's not fair for you. That doesn't just disappear when we grow up. It becomes the standard we apply to everyone and everything, including ourselves. It's toxic. It destroys who you are. It's a predator on our already low self esteem and painful, painful memories. Healing is a long journey, and there might not be an end. You don't suddenly become healed like some miracle you see in movies. That's not the journey we get to take. We start saying things like, I'll feel ready for love once I lose weight, once I'm less anxious, once I stop being a burden. But that finish line just keeps on moving, doesn't it? Truth is, we've confused acceptance with achievement, and it's costing us real connections. Because you don't have to earn love in the first place. Love isn't something you can even earn. It's something that is freely given or taken. You don't get to choose who loves you any more than you get to choose who you love. And love can take all kinds of forms. You don't have to fix yourself before you're allowed to love. even when someone does love us, we don't always trust it. We think they love the version of me I'm showing, not the whole thing. So we keep performing, keep pleasing, keep shrinking. Not because we're fake, but because we're afraid. Afraid to lose this small connection we finally made. Terrified, in fact. Letting love in while you're still healing is terrifying. Terrifying like nothing else. It means being seen. It means risking that someone might walk away. But here's the thing, if someone's love depends on your perfection, it was never love to begin with. It was control. The people who matter won't love you despite your broken pieces. They'll love you in your wholeness, which includes the cracks. You have to face the fear of letting love in. Because, like I said before, you can't heal unless you know how to love. You don't need to be there to be loved either. There is no there, anyways. No perfect healed version where suddenly you're easy to love. We're human. We're messy. We're contradictory. It's part of the deal. Real love doesn't arrive when you're ready, anyways. It shows up when you're real, when you're vulnerable, when you're still trying, when you're still learning about yourself, when you're still becoming the person you're going to be. You are not a project to complete before you're allowed connection. You're a person who deserves support and progress. Letting people love you as you are doesn't mean you stop growing. It just means you stop believing that you're only worth loving after the growing is done. It means that you let somebody in when you were at your weakest. And I'll never get tired of telling you how courageous that is. So here's what I'll leave you with tonight, Colony. You are worthy of love now, not later. Not when you're more confident, and not when you've healed your trauma. Not when you finally become the version of you that you think is easier to care for. The people who truly love you, they're not waiting on the polished version. They love the person who's trying, who's showing up, who's still here. So maybe, just maybe, tonight's the night you stop pushing them away. You don't have to be enough first. You already are. Remember, Colin, progress, never perfection. All right, everybody. That was our mental health segment. How do we feel about that? You're welcome. How are you feeling?